Okay, first things first, I'd never have swum 1900 meters before in one go. I've done it the distance twice, but I stopped in those previous attempts, so this is the first time I did it. I was planning to do kind of 45 minutes. It ended up being 49, 30 something, 36 I think it was. So yeah, a little slower, but hey, I swam the whole distance, so I'm stoked. It was always going to be my weakest discipline. I only started it less than 6 months ago, so yeah. They said to self-seed yourself, so I went to the back kind of out of over 300 people, so I wasn't really going to get amongst all the fast swimmers in my group basically. So yeah, we started and yeah, I just kind of got involved, and it wasn't as bad as what I had anticipated. I thought it was going to be way more hectic, but it wasn't too bad, so it was good. Yeah, I towards the markers, I found that if you weren't kind of in front of whoever you were around with, then they kind of just turn and kick you and stuff like that. But again, it wasn't that bad. So the next few markers, I kind of just got towards, like in front of the people that are around me, and then that way you're not getting the receiving or on the receiving end of people kicking you and stuff. So yeah, the swim came to a boat ramp, and the boat ramp's kind of slippery, so as well as being a little bit disorientated as you are when you've been in the water that long, it didn't help that you couldn't really walk on that. But anyway, it was only for a short bit, and then we were onto this kind of artificial mat which went for about 400 meters up to transition, so we had to go up some stairs too, and I passed a few people on that just because they were running a little bit slower, and I was keen to get to transition. So I got to transition and started pulling off the wetsuit again, being a little bit kind of disorientated because you've been swimming. For those of you who have done that, you'll know what I mean. I held onto the railing and pulled my wetsuit off and stuff. And because my shoes were already on my bike, I had done that. I set them up the morning, before the race basically. So it kind of felt a bit weird when I took my bike off the rack and I was heading out because something was missing, but it was already on my bike, so it was just a different way of doing things. I got on my bike, I was a little bit shaky again because you just kind of like you've just come from a swim and you're getting straight on the bike. It was pretty quick and transition went pretty smooth, to be honest. So I got clipped in, got going. The ride went out along the lake and then turned left up a hill towards the Napier turnoff for anyone that knows it. And there was me on my rebay with my compact and my 40 tooth on the back, and I was passing people that were on really nice TT bikes, grinding some bigger gears. But yeah, anyway, it was good. I wasn't sure how the drafting rule was going to apply to me, but I thought, okay, I know what I can do on the bike, and I just started passing people basically, and it went well. So there was a slight headwind on the way out, and I was sitting on about 32.2 average k/h, which was ideal. I wanted to try and do 32 basically, so anything above that was cool, and I made sure that I wasn't going to overcook it because I knew that I had the run to go. So got to the turn, I had 2 bananas, mixed sugar water, a bottle of mostly water with a little bit of sugar, and that's all I had. I didn't stop for any aid stations on the bike because I knew that that's all I needed basically, and my plan was to have all of it basically before the turn because I wanted to try and digest earlier on rather than just spread it and then be digesting on the run. So I finished the 2 bananas, the thicker sugar water one, before the turn, and then I saved about that much water for the return leg, so the 45 back. And yeah, with the turn there was a bit of a tailwind, a few sections that really lined up nice. You can kind of feel it when it's all going quiet, and yeah, it was awesome. It was hooking along at a good speed. There's some sections there, well over 40 km/h, which is awesome. So I was sitting on slightly high average on the way back, so it ended up being about 245, 247 for 90 k's, which is sweet. And got back into town. It was pretty busy, so we actually had to slow down a little bit because there's so much cars and traffic, or so many cars in traffic, unfortunately. But it didn't make much big difference, to be honest. So I knew the streets leading up to transition, and I knew when I was getting close, so I unclipped, put my feet on my shoes, ready for the dismount. Got around the corner and they said, here's the line, put 1 foot down before the line. Did that, no worries, didn't fall off, it all went smoothly again. So my transition setup just happened to be like straight through, which is awesome. So it was just ideal location, and got the bike racked. Yeah, got my stuff ready. So I had socks to put on, my shoes to put on, my belt, and also get my watch set up for the pacing. So I got my socks and shoes on quickly and put my belt on, and then got my GPS ready to go. And as I was running out of transition, I started it, and because there's so many people around, it was awesome, but it also meant that I was running way too fast. I was running the first 1K at like 4:20 pace, which is way too fast. So after leaving the area where there was heaps more people, I kind of slowed the pace down. Just took the first lap real controlled, just had water at the aid stations. I ran through most of them. There's only 2 of them that I walked through just so I could down a little bit more. I did have 2 goo gels after just after halfway. The sugar and the salt was awesome. I felt like I was kind of ready to cramp, but yeah, if I upped the pace, I felt like my legs were going to cramp, but I didn't. So I just kind of kept it controlled, kept it at bay, and yeah, got round to my second lap, and knowing that you're on your last lap made a big difference. But yeah, my pace didn't change a whole lot because I was pretty well fatigued at that stage. So yeah, from about 18k back, I upped the pace a little bit, but it's still kind of too far away to really smash it home. So got to the pretty much 1k to go, and yeah, up the pace from there on. Got to the finishing chute. There was one lady there, and I just decided I'm just gonna not sprint, but I'm gonna just give it what I got, and yeah, it was awesome. Very enjoyable time considering that you pay to basically suffer. It was good. So that was my recap. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you do have any questions, post them down below and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching.